The music just feels so good. You're on to number one. Radio.com.
What's going on, everybody? DJ Echo here. Thank you for coming back to the show. I am super excited. Right now we have, and we can't say calling because it's a video, and I'm going to put this on Instagram and YouTube and all that kind of stuff. But we have actress, singer, songwriter. I want to say fashionista because I've seen some of the outfits you're wearing. Christine Lee. Christine, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Super excited to have you on the show. We kind of briefly talked about it. I found you because I'm a big fan of the show that you acted on, Black Summer. And I did not know that not only are you a great actress, but you are an actual singer-songwriter. You've been for a while. You have songs and this and that. So I was like, all right, this is just, I reached out and we're here. I think it's just time we dive in.
Yeah, let's do it.
Perfect. So let's kind of rewind. Where did you grow up and then where are you calling from now?
Oh, that's a good question. I was born in Canada.
Okay.
But I grew up moving around a lot, just between Korea and Vancouver. Spent some time in the States, like a very short period of my life I spent in Memphis, Tennessee. And then my 20s was in New York. So yeah, it's just all over the place. And I'm calling in from Vancouver. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh, Canada. Okay. So, in your case, which came first, the acting or the singing? And then can you give us your earliest memory of each of them?
Yeah, I'd say first it was actually dancing.
Ooh.
I just remember like my mom telling me that I just really, even as a baby, I just responded to music very strongly, and my parents are not musical folks at all, so they were just like, I don't know what's happening to this child, but like whatever. And then
Right.
and then I think yeah, I just think like music just kind of naturally, obviously, just led to my interest in music, but I never did anything with it until in high school. I just got really into theater, and I actually wanted to be like on Broadway. So I was like,
okay.
what am I gonna do to be on Broadway? And I was in high school in Korea, like going to international school, and my music teacher was like, you gotta start taking singing lessons. So I started with music, and then it was a mishmash of acting and music at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah.
But dancing started it all.
Yeah.
A little Christine Lee just dancing around the house. I could see it. Okay.
Yeah. Literally.
Gotcha.
We're having dinner, it was just me going around them. And my mom would be like, sit down, eat your dinner. And I'd be like, but there's a K-pop playing on the TV.
Exactly. Oh, that's perfect. Who were some of your musical influences growing up, and then how do you think they kind of influenced your music? Whether it's, you're dancing, you're singing, but who are some of your musical influences?
Oh, so many. I'd say first and foremost Michael Jackson. Like,
perfect. It's perfect.
Like, I can't. I think if you're a millennial and you grew up in that era, or like you cannot not have Michael Jackson as a musical icon in your life. And also just I have an older brother who's like 9 years older than me. And so when I was in kindergarten, he was in, middle school, high school. So he introduced me to all the R&B singers who were just like really fly back then.
Okay.
Like I remember listening to Lauryn Hill for the first time when I was 11. And like, he played a lot of Mariah Carey, played Brandy. So yeah, that quintessential 90s R&B is definitely one of my biggest influences. Like old school, like real old school K-pop is kind of like my one of I would say stronger influences too. Like back in the day, it was a lot of like they had a lot of like underground hip hop influences.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, like
Like,
kind
listen,
of like
I'm gonna be
East
the
Coast flair. Yeah.
okay. I'm gonna
So
be the dumb American, and I'm just gonna say like BTS. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just
like
because that's
way
all we had. Yeah,
before. Yeah,
exactly,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah, yeah. Like even like I would say just like historically in the early 90s, there was this guy who brought rap to the mainstream in Korea. And before he came along, everybody was just a crooner and like singing ballads and like, acoustic
Oh,
guitar
okay.
kind of
Yeah, yeah,
set.
yeah. Right, right,
And
right.
then this guy came along and wore like baggy pants and started dancing and rapping. And all the young Korean kids were like, what is that? And he just like busted open the scene
Right.
for K-pop and kind of like started this, I guess, seed of what now you see as K-pop, so he's kind of like one of my biggest influences. Also, he's like the artist who kind of like tries a lot of genres. Like he started with rap, he started with R&B, he started, and then like he released like a heavy metal album, and so he's
Okay.
very like experimental. Like he's not like tied down to a genre. So that kind of idea really influenced me in terms of like defining like
Right.
what kind of artist people want you to be. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Nice,
Like, yeah.
nice. Now, I didn't hear his name. Do you remember his name?
Yeah, Sotteji.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, yeah. I think like I don't know if anybody would ever recognize that name if I say it, unless you're like in your 30s and you grew up in Korea. But
Right, 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 right.
there you
Okay,
go.
okay. All
Yeah,
right, all right. We're getting educated over here. I like it. I like
yeah,
it. I like it.
yeah.
All right, so we're gonna play a little game, and I love playing this game with artists. It's called Describe the Vibe, and what we're gonna do is I'm gonna mention some of your titles to your songs, and I want you to give me one word to describe the song, and then a drink that goes with it.
Okay, I like this
Okay.
game.
All right, perfect, perfect. So I mean, we're gonna go with and I listen to all these songs and I love them because they all got different like vibes to them. We're gonna start off with Vancouver.
Rain,
Okay, yes.
London fog latte.
Ooh, okay. London Fog Latte. Okay, all right. I like it. We're working. We're vibing here. All right. Day drink.
Ooh. Soul Train.
Okay.
Ooh, so many drinks that could go with this. I want like I don't know,
And it don't have to be
mezcal margarita. Let's go with some.
okay. All right. I like it. I like it. Let's
Yeah,
count
I
All
used to be
right.
a bartender, so I'm gonna be real
Ah,
specific about
look at
things.
this. Wear many hats. I love it. All right. Just a feeling.
Ooh, um, sunset.
Ooh, nice, nice, nice. I like these words.
and Pina Colada.
Pina Colada. Okay. All right. Kitty Pierre.
Love.
I like it.
And I want something sweet, like, oh, I don't know, something like, I don't know, chai latte.
Okay.
I
There you
don't know.
go. That works.
Yeah.
That works. They don't all
Yeah.
have to be alcoholic. I like it. Chai latte. Eat it.
Ooh, rebellious.
Nice. I like it.
And a shot of tequila.
Nice and strong. The strong stuff. Okay. And we're going to go for the last one here. SMS.
Hazy.
Hazy.
And water, because
Okay.
after all that joint, you're gonna get thirsty.
You got to hydrate. You got to really hydrate after that.
You gotta.
All right. All right. So again, we mentioned it before. For those that don't know, you are also an actress. You did the show Black Summer. Being as good as you are in both of those genres, because I think you're amazing. You know what I'm saying? How have you and how do you prioritize one over the other? How do you work with both of those? Because I'm sure you were making Eat It the EP while you were taping, and how do you prioritize? How do you make time for both of those?
I mean, actually, they never overlapped. I think I just go through seasons. I think I see myself as a performing artist rather than like I'm an actor or I'm a singer.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like the medium I use changes over seasons. So for the longest time, I really wanted to express myself through acting, and I was very blessed enough to be able to do a cool show like Black Summer. I think that, and I especially enjoyed that show because, you know, it required a lot of movement, and I was able to maximize my skill set as a dancer to do. Yeah.
I never thought of it that way. Yes, that's true. That's awesome. Okay.
Yeah, because it was a lot of like timing and choreography and like listening to the rhythm of the show for me to know when to jump in and out of camera, because it's a lot of the way they shoot it was there wasn't a lot of cuts. It was a lot of one
large
shot.
take. Gotcha.
Yeah. So there was that. And then when I was done with Black Summer, you know, I went through a real personal change that coincided with pandemic and in terms of timing. And I was kind of really wanting to say things that I wrote myself instead of saying lines or singing songs written by someone else. I think I went through a certain kind of unhealthy relationship, and when I came out of it, I really wanted to establish my own identity and really practice speaking my voice and respecting my own voice. And one of them was poetry. And
you write poetry too?
Well,
stop playing, Chris. Come on, stop. Can you leave stuff for other people? Can you honestly?
But my lyrics are, I think poetry just happen to be in a rhythm.
Gotcha.
So I I think that yeah, and I was also like before Black Summer, I had been doing a lot of side gigs like bartending and doing cover band gigs. So I was
Nice.
always singing constantly.
Right.
And, I think I got to a point where I was like, I don't want to sing other people's songs anymore. I want to sing my own song.
Right.
And so all that, coming out of a very unhealthy relationship, trying to find myself, trying to heal myself, and wanting some kind of agency as my own self and as an artist kind of all led to writing music. And yeah, I keep saying like coincidentally this happened and that happened, but I do think it's all God. Like my friend back in New York happened to uh, host this theater festival over Zoom because it was pandemic.
Right. Right.
And he was like, "Do you want to submit a piece?" And his theme was love because it was in February, but it had to be any kind of love but romantic.
Right.
And I was like, what do I love the most like right now? My cat, Pierre. So I wrote a song,
Yeah.
Kitty Kitty Pierre.
Exactly.
I was like, I think this slaps. I think this song is kind of dope.
I mean, Kitty was front and center on your promo video for this interview.
Oh, yeah.
Pierre was the star of the show. So
She's always a star. I mean, she's a star of my life. So.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it started with that, and then yeah, and then I was gaining more confidence as just a writer, singer, songwriter,
Right.
and yeah, and then more opportunities kept coming my way, and every time I did it, I felt like I was learning a lot, and I felt like people were pleasantly surprised that I was a singer to begin with, because everybody knew me as an actor because of Black Summer. And also people were like, your song is actually like good.
It's really good.
So I was like, oh, bet. Okay, yeah, I'll keep doing it. If you guys think it's good, maybe it's worth keep doing it. Yeah. So it got to a point where I got the opportunity to make an EP after releasing a few singles, and then yeah, and then here we are doing an interview with DJ Echo.
So, which you get a bigger surprise from? The people that know you as an actor who hear your music, or the people that have heard your music first and then are like, you're on what show? Which you get a bigger surprise from?
I think the first one. Like, okay. I think people find me first because of the show. And then they're like, I think also this is what happens, when you first get to know me through the show, you kind of can't shake off like my character because I look like her. So every time they're like, wow, their son, wait, she sings? Like, it's just like, exactly. Yeah. I think like people imagine not Christine Lee singing, but maybe like this Korean girl who survives zombies can sing and dance. Right. So I think like, yeah, like some people like are freaked out that I even speak English, and I'm like, yeah,
it's true, because you didn't speak it throughout the whole show, and yeah, everybody understood your game. Everybody understood what you were trying to do. Again, another reason why I loved your character. She just overcame so much throughout the show, and I'm not going to throw out any spoilers because I would love people to go and watch the show, so we're going to keep it at that. But Okay, so sorry. Each of your songs has their own story, its own character. Is there another genre of music that you would be interested in doing? And is there an artist out there that you would like to do it with?
Ooh. I want to do. I've been really getting into salsa lately.
Oh, yes, girl. Yes.
So
Christine
I'm
Lee
like,
with the salsa.
yeah, so I have been learning salsa for a couple of years now,
Okay.
and then I was like, you know what? I wonder if I can write salsa music because, like, now that I'm embedded in this salsa community in my city, I want to give something
Right,
for
right, right.
my friends to dance to.
Gotcha.
So and like the percussion, salsa music is just so good. It's
It
just like
is. It
it's
is.
amazing. I
Yes.
really feel like yeah, it's like Afro-Cuban percussions with jazz and I mean,
Mm.
there's so many types of salsa
Right,
music
right, right.
out there that like I'm just like, okay, what would happen if I did like a really, really traditional like Afro-Cuban salsa mixed with R&B? I don't know. Like I don't know what that's gonna sound like. It might sound like crap. I don't know.
I don't know,
It
but
might
I think
not
it'll
work.
sound. I think it'll sound
Like
dope. I'll play
yeah,
it.
so
I'll play it.
yeah.
Let's go.
Like and I yeah, so I'm like I really want to do that. I started learning Spanish because I really want to start writing lyrics in Spanish. Also, I want to
Nice.
understand what people are saying in salsa
Right,
music.
right,
So
right, right.
I'm like I've been listening to salsa music for 2 years and I still have no idea what they're saying. That's not
Gotcha.
right. So I really want to like be able to get that yeah
Okay.
done.
All
And
right.
then
Is
so
there an
I don't know
artist?
what musician. I don't know. There's
Now,
just.
there
I
is
think a
there
lot of the
is
musicians I want like listen to are dead now.
It's old school. It's an old
They're
school
like, oh
traditional.
yeah,
Right,
yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
There's a I don't know if she's Korean. She could be Korean or she's Chinese, but there is a lady. Obviously, she's not Spanish, but she has a full salsa band. Like she's like world famous because she does salsa music. I gotta find her. She is on point. I mean, and it sounds so good and it's so fluid. Like just because you say that, I'm gonna have to like look her up and I'm gonna send her your way. You gotta link up. That would be amazing. That would be crazy.
I
That'd be.
would be
Oh,
so happy. Yeah, like I'm. Yeah, there's a really tight knit Cuban community in Vancouver.
right.
So and like Cubans are dope. I just said like I met this guy who teaches like Cuban salsa, and I was like, yeah,
Right.
I really want to make like salsa music. And he was like, I know a guy who does this.
Nice.
I'll
Oh,
hook you up. So like it's
yes.
I really want to make it happen. So
Okay.
that's one. Yeah, that's one genre I really 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 want to tackle. Another one. I've been wanting to write a gospel album for a really long
Ooh.
time. I think like just in my singing, like my musical icons have always had gospel roots, and
Right. Hmm.
so I feel like it is so deeply embedded in me just musically that
Right.
it would be a missed opportunity if I don't do it, and
Okay.
I feel like, yeah, I'm in that faith journey right now where I'm like, I need to write a gospel.
Okay. Again, I'll play it. I'll play it. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And there's like,
That's dope.
these dope artists like Lecrae is dope. Like,
There you go.
Tasha, yeah. So I just wanna,
See
I
now,
wanna
I
make,
don't about the South Side. That'd be a little difficult for me to find, but I know a ton of gospel artists. A ton of gospel artists. So we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk behind the scenes.
yeah,
We're gonna
yeah,
make some
yeah, yeah.
moves. I'm excited. I'm excited. All right, all right. So you briefly touched on it before. Um, that you kind of you wanted to do like a little Broadway. Would you ever do a like a movie musical?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. I love it, yo. I love it.
Yes.
All
Yes, I
right.
would. Yeah. I don't know what kind of movie. I'm a Disney fan. Now, I don't know how I feel about like the remakes because I
Gotcha.
just,
Gotcha.
yeah,
I hear
I
you. I
feel
got you. I got you.
it's just a special place in my heart when it's like animated and I'm like,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
So, but yeah, I would
Okay.
love to do something fun and whimsical like that.
Okay. I got a big question coming your way. Big question. Big question.
Ooh, okay, shoot.
Grammy or Oscar?
I don't know. I can't.
It's got to be one or the other. Grammy or Oscar. I mean, you could do them both, but which one's first? Which one's more important to you?
I don't know. I, okay, this is. Let me put in a context. This is why it's hard for me to answer this. I just can't imagine myself winning an award.
For anything?
Yeah, I just feel like I'm like, who's like, I'm surprised
Gotcha.
you reached out to me and listened to my music. I'm like, who's gonna listen to the point where
Right,
I'm gonna
right,
win the
right.
Grammy? I guess Grammy if I could
Okay.
choose, and God blesses me with it. I'd be like, yeah,
All
sure,
right.
throw me a Grammy, God.
Okay. All right. All right. I'm there with it. I'm there with it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen. You say who listens to you. So what we're gonna do now? Let's go over your social media. Let everybody know how they can find you, where they can find you, all that good stuff. So then people can flood you and like this, and they could ask you questions about season 3, which we're gonna stay away from.
Yeah. God, you're gonna start a whole flood of DMs. I'm just gonna be like, I'm sorry, like it's not happening.
Oh god.
Oh my god, so funny. Yeah, my Insta, yeah, I don't know, Christine
Social.
Lee dot official.
Okay.
But
All right.
I'm so bad with Insta, like but that's where you can find me. That's where you can find the links to my Spotify. For those of you who are sane and got common sense, you can use YouTube Premium. I just like YouTube Premium better than Spotify.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Or Apple Music. Yeah.
There you go. So now everybody knows where they can find it. The EP is called "Eat It." Okay, and we're actually gonna play another one of your songs after this question. So I'm excited to do that. But last questions, we're obviously slowly creeping into springtime and then summertime. Do you have any summer plans? And then is there another project that you're working on?
Yes. So, a few pretty cool live show is in the works. It's for a youth arts festival in Vancouver called
Nice.
Ignite, and I'm excited because I think I really want to make like a theatrical show, um, and I think it's kind of hard to do that in a live music venue, but I get to do it in a theater, so
Mhm.
um, there's that, and I'm performing for the Black Music Month Vancouver, and I'm just honored and like I'm happy that I get to contribute
Mhm.
to the local like music scene, celebrating
Right.
Black music, um, and I'm just honored that they asked me to be a part of it.
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, so there's that, and yeah, basically, I think like spring and summer is gonna be about just making that salsa music. Honestly,
Yes.
like
Yes.
I don't know how it's gonna happen, but it's gonna happen.
I can't listen. I can't wait. That'd be crazy. That would be amazing. That would be awesome. Um, but you didn't tell people about your other project. Is Pierre coming out with his own Instagram page?
You know what? Pierre had an Instagram page.
It did.
And it did. Well, she did, and then Insta blocked her. I don't know why. I
It's to
think
be hating.
Insta behavior. I was like, what's wrong with this cute little kitty doing her own thing?
There's so many pages out there of just like animals and this and that. So I don't know.
I don't know. But maybe I'll get that started.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe
All
that should be
right.
my project for the
That's
summer.
it. It's perfect. It's
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Christine, just thank you so much. This was an absolute pleasure. I had a blast. Again, everybody, eat it. The EP is available. Vancouver, all those other songs that we talked about are available on all streaming, all purchasing platforms. Make sure you go and check those out. And if you are a zombie lover like I am, go check out Black Summer. Check out her character, Son, the best character hands down. Love the character. You trust me, you'll fall in love with her. She's amazing. All right, listen, thank you so much. What we're gonna do now is I just introduce. We're gonna go into the one of your singles off of the album, off the EP. So introduce it, and then we're gonna go ahead and play it. Thank you so much. The stage is yours.
Yeah. So this song is called "Go On, Girl." I wrote it as it's the last song I wrote for my EP, and it's just about taking chances and believing in God or higher power for others who don't believe in God. But for me, it's God, believing in God that He is going to take care of you.
All right, let's get into it.